Good day everyone, it's Pramit again. Let me reiterate a message which I keep on saying. Coronavirus is here to stay till a vaccine is found. Yes, I know the countries have started opening up. Yes, there are some economic activities which are taking a bit of attraction, but the recent events which have happened in places like Melbourne show the moment you start opening up the countries, the risk is there for you to have the pandemic to kickstart again. So then what the countries and the local governments have to do, they have to go back to the lockdowns that they used to do 3 months ago. So it is quite clear that we are in this for a longer time, which means businesses are going to struggle over a longer period of time. Some of the economic experts predict that for economies to come back to their pre-COVID level, it's going to take at least 1 year and a half or 2 years. And that's such a significant time frame. And during this time, there is a high likelihood that a lot of businesses would go bust. And we see at this moment of time as well. For the time being, it's great that a lot of governments do provide life support, the lifelines, which most people and most businesses needed. But this won't be continuing forever. There would be a time where this is going to stop. And that's when the reality starts kicking in for most of us. So as I reiterate, we are in this financial hardship together. It's not going to end soon, and this is the time for us to make some sensible financial, health, and economical decisions for ourselves. First thing is first, make sure you do save money. If you were saving earlier, you have to start thinking of possibly saving more. I know sometimes it's difficult if you have lost jobs or if you have reduced your salaries or income, but think of saving every penny, every cent, because everything counts at this particular time. And the second thing, please do not go and invest in things which you do not understand. Savings won't matter if you go and invest in things just because your friend or someone else told you because they have invested in. Unless you understand what you are getting into, please do not go and waste your hard-earned savings. And in a time like this, it's always easier for people to get into a negative spiral. It's always easier for people to start blaming each other. For an instance, if a local outbreak happens, people would start saying, oh, X and X is responsible for this. This particular community sector is responsible for this. But what we should realize is it's not just one particular community or one particular person is responsible. It's our whole responsibility. So please make sure that you take the responsibility head on and do not start blaming others. And please do not start getting to a negative spiral on this. Do not start blaming. Do not start blaming circumstances. Do not start blaming governments for where we are. Instead, focus on things which you yourself can change. You are the change agent for yourself. Yes, it's a pandemic situation. Instead of getting sucked into it, you can start looking into it positively. For instance, you could start saying that, look, I'm getting more time to spend with my family. I'm getting more time to reflect what I have actually achieved so far. And that's important because mental health is equally important as your physical health. So please take care of your mental health. And I mentioned the physical health. Physical health is also important. If you used to go on your exercises, please continue to do so. Just because you work from home, don't become a couch potato and start just getting sucked into your computer screen. Just make sure if you were doing your moderate walking, you continue with that. If you cannot keep up with that, just make sure that you keep appropriate reminders in your calendar so that you would put the time there because your health is important. And finally, let's make sure that we learn our lessons. You think about what you have done correctly and what you should have done better. You learn your lessons and improve yourself so that once the COVID-19 dust settles in, you can hope for a better future. That's it for today, guys. Until I see you, enjoy.